Story because the municipal elections allow for individuals to stand as candidates in wards. To contest a municipal election as an independent ward candidate, you don't need to register as much as the party does, but you must be nominated and submit the required documents during the candidate nomination period, which is detailed in the election timetable published once the election date has been proclaimed. To talk to us about the independent candidates, we joined in studio now by Terry Tselane. He is the Vice Chairperson, I beg your pardon, from the Independent Electoral Commission, the IEC. Deputy Chairperson, very good morning to you and thank you very much for your time.
Good morning and thank you very much for having me here.
Thank you very much indeed for coming through. Now, what is an independent ward candidate?
An independent ward candidate is a person who is contesting the elections on their individual capacity. In other words, unlike a candidate who is contesting the elections having been nominated by a political party, an independent candidate can be nominated by any person within the community. You can even be nominated by your own family members to contest as an independent.
Okay, but
that person is not accountable to any political party.
Okay, but the nomination process has to occur. You've got to be nominated, but you don't have to be registered like a political party does.
No. You don't have to register as a political party because you'll be contesting as an individual.
Okay. Do we know as yet as to how many independent candidates will be taking part in the coming local government elections?
Well, I don't know the exact number. However, the number of the wards that are going to be contested will be 4,649 wards. So you can imagine if each and every political party is contesting that ward, and if you have independent candidates, just how many people you are likely to have. Almost 15,000 people, I think, are likely to be contesting the elections.
But with the previous elections, previous local government elections, how has the interest been?
The interest has actually been very, very high from individuals. You may recall that when we started with the elections, the number of people who were contesting with the elections as independents was very low. But now, due to dissatisfaction and disaffection with political parties, quite a number of people are emerging from those political parties and standing as individuals. And I think it's a good thing for our democracy.
Mm. But how does it work? How does the IEC govern the independent candidates?
We use the same process. We've got what we call the election timetable. The election timetable, basically, we issue it immediately after the proclamation of the election date. Now that the election date has been proclaimed already, we immediately develop the election timetable, which indicates the milestones that have got to be reached before you have an election. And therefore, in the election timetable, we will have a provision that governs the submission of lists by both independent candidates as well as by political parties. So independent candidates are required to submit their nominations together with a list of 50 individuals registered in that ward who are supporting their candidacy, and they would also have to submit a deposit for an independent candidate or for a party to contest a ward. They've got to submit, or rather they've got to contribute at least 1,000 rand per ward. So all the independent candidates will be expected, therefore, to submit those documentations, including the deposit.
And I believe the deadline for the submission is this coming Thursday.
The deadline is this Thursday. We will then have an idea of exactly how many we have in our system, people who have registered, and it will all be systems. It will be all systems go, and our focus now will be on August the 3rd.
Okay, now quickly, who do they account to? Who are they answerable to?
The independent candidates will be accountable to the communities that have elected them. In other words, unlike candidates that are representing political parties, if you are representing a ward, it means you are accountable to that particular ward.
Okay, no, that's where we're going to leave it. Deputy Tselane, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you very much indeed. There you have it. That's the Vice Chairperson from the Independent Electoral Commission, the IEC, Terry Tselane, talking to us about their independent candidates. The deadline for the submission is this coming Thursday. After that, we'll be able to tell how many will be contesting their local government elections that are due to take place on August the 3rd. Well, Morning Live takes a break. When we come back, we'll continue giving you the latest happening in the country. You stay tuned.